Hey, morning. It is day 11 on the Appalachian Trail, and I am at the top of Chio Bald. I just went up the tower, and I just want to have you have a look. It was basically a 360-degree view as far as the eye can see. So sorry the lighting doesn't seem to be all that great. Started Wyabald shelter, and we're going down to the N.O.C. Going down to the N.O.C. Nantahala Outdoor Center. I'm gonna stay the night. Then I get to have a real dinner. I think they have a restaurant there. Couple things. We started off, it was super cold. It was kind of just a raw chill to the air, but it was all right. T-shirt weather still for us hikers on the Appalachian Trail, for me. And so basically did that. Then there was some trail magic at about a mile and a half ago, and I had a whole bunch of sausage links. She was just getting done with breakfast and changing over to lunch, so I ended up having the rest of her sausage links, which I didn't think I was hungry, but they went down pretty easy. And then she gave me some water, and that was good. So yeah, I've been trying this thing out. I mean, from what I told you yesterday, kind of cameling up at the water stops, and that seems to be doing pretty well. So yeah, and you know, it's been wet and rainy, so the water is good. I'm using the filter, and then I'm just drinking the whole everything while I'm standing there, or even starting to walk. So I'm not losing a lot of time. I'm not wasting a lot of time. I did sit for 5 minutes at the Trail Magic in Tellico Gap. There were two gals down there, and they had it all set up for. It was just crazy. They had it all set up, and one of the girls lives in the little bus that she had all decked out for herself, but also it was perfect to kind of carry all the trail magic stuff. And they're gonna feed people like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just people can hang out, and people, you know, they'll just keep feeding people until there's no more people to be fed on the trail, which is really, really nice, and it's really a blessing for everybody that comes through. And I think that they had pretty much something for everybody. But it's interesting. I've been following, there's two guys from Canada, and every day I seem to find them, and they're much stronger hikers than I am. I think they just did a shorter day yesterday, and so the one of the guys, he's happy and proud when he can pass me. I think every day on the trail, except for maybe one or two, that he passed me, and it's turning into a game. So he was sitting there at the Trail Magic, and he goes, "I'll give you 5 minutes," or something like that. He said, "You need to get going so I can pass you." And I started, and within a couple minutes he was bombing past me, and then his buddy passed me. But we're not out here for a race, but it's just fun little things that start happening, you know, out on the trail. You start to make these bonds with people. Today is the day before St. Paddy's Day, so I will be having my annual Guinness It's kind of funny, both last year and the year before, I was with coworkers, friend coworkers, when I had a little shot of Guinness, or I don't know, a little tiny glass. But this seems like another special occasion. Have a burger, some cheeseburger or whatever, and have my my shot of Guinness. Just for fun. I know that's not carnivore, but I am Irish. It's very Irish. It's an Irish tradition. It's turning into it. Eventually I'll be able to do it with my kids, or, you know, some other people. But so today I am heading down to the N.O.C, which is the Hala Outdoor Center, or the N.O.C is, and that's mile 136 on the trail. It's a 16-mile day, and I will, like I said, stay there. I bought a bunk. It's like 36. It's pretty bare bones. You get basically a cot. You can shower. You can, do your laundry, and whatnot. But it's also, just a night where I can kind of chill out. Last night was a little, it wasn't bad, I guess. But I don't mind being out. But it seems to me that the best way to, I'll call it, serve my YouTube audience is to get, to somewhere where I can download videos. And at this point, there's less towns. There's towns every once in a while. But when it comes to, there will be a time when I can just go into town, download, and not have to stay there, because I want to keep my average miles per day up. And in order to do so, I need to keep walking. So that's where I'm heading. There, I guess it's a big outdoor center. They have whitewater rafting, and all sorts of other stuff going on. And I may take a picture of my Guinness and use that as my thumbnail. But let's talk about gear. One thing that I've been paying attention to is my shoes, and I've put on just over 100. I think this will be 136 miles, so I'm probably at mile 130 right now. And I'm using Topo Terra Ventures, which I think there might be a link in the description. All of my stuff is linked, and I think everybody knows that. But what I found is over the last couple days, the tip of the toe, which I'm going to try to show you. I don't know if this will work. The tip of the toe is starting to peel off on both shoes. I don't know if that's a normal thing for the Terra Venture or Topo shoes, but that's what's happened. And I think it was like yesterday in the pouring rain. I mean, it was downpouring for a few hours on us. And so going through puddles, constantly walking through basically a river for a long time. That may have had something to do with it. So with, I have to keep an eye on those. I don't want to get rid of them. They've got great tread. I might just staple it back to the front. Hopefully you can see, but there's just mountains for for miles out here. So yeah, just give you a taste of that. And it's probably in the mid 50s, maybe a little warmer, but I'm not, it's like a perfect bluebird day. A lot of people were out climbing to the tower from Tellico And so, you know, one of them, I was like, it's weekend, right? She's like, oh yeah, it's Saturday. You kind of lose track of time when you're out here. And the fact that I'm doing, like, you know, it's day 11. Well, day 11 is, you know, this day on the calendar. And so I just kind of lose my sense of where we're at on the, you know, on the calendar and whatnot. So I'm just fixing this so I can kind of do more of a telescope. That's a little easier. So if you guys have any questions or any, you know, specific comments for what you want to see with this channel, I usually, whenever I go to town, I try to answer all the comments that I haven't unanswered. If there are some that, like, you reply after I reply to you, I'll get to those eventually. You know, it's harder to get to on the phone. Not harder, but by the time I'm done getting the first row of comments, it's, you know, kind of tough. But if you have something to, you know, something that you want to ask, something that you want to know about while I'm, you know, hiking the Appalachian Trail, then, you know, please do so in the comments. I will check in again tomorrow and hope everybody has a happy weekend. I don't know what day of the week this is going out. Probably next Friday. But yeah, if you haven't, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Have a great weekend.